Hello YouTube, back again. Got a few PS2 games to show you, and maybe talk about some other subjects like region free, like region lock-in games. But anyway, I'll talk about that in a minute. I'll just show you the few PS2 games I picked up. They were from CEX, one from Cash Generator, and one from a charity shop, which is the best one because it's quite pricey on eBay, but I'll show you. The first one is Bust the Block. That was £1. Puzzle game. Next was Tenchu Wrath of Heaven, £2. I had this years ago when it first released. It was okay. It's like a stealthy sort of game. Next, a game called Crusty Demons, and this was 50p. Next, International Tennis Pro for £1. And from Cash Generators, World Super Police, and this was £1.49. And the good one from the charity shop, British Heart Foundation, it was £1.99. And all this stuff was bought yesterday on Saturday. And I got home, I check eBay, see if I scored or not, if I got a good price or good bargains. And this one is top shit. It ranges from anywhere 30, 40, 50 pounds, and one for 79.99. And it's Gradius 5, and this was 1.99. British Heart Foundation. It's a side-scrolling shooter, shoot 'em up, shmup, whatever you want to call it. My kind of game. So yeah, Score. And also in the post, I had a bit of a mix-up on eBay. I was searching on eBay and I was bidding on a game called Shadow Empires, a Star Wars game for N64. And the auction was weird. The picture was the game Shadows of the Empire, but the description was for the Shadows of the Empire. But the auction title was for 007. The World Is Not Enough. And I got a game in the post, 007 in the post on Saturday morning, and I thought, oh, I've got a free game. Maybe the seller has sent me one by accident, and I'm going to get Shadows of the Empires as well. And it turns out that was the game for me. That was the one I won, and that was what I got in the post. So I don't mind with that. I don't have this one. And I thought, I'll just keep it. It's all right. It's in good shape. It's in one of those clear protector cases, which I bought. So yeah, bit of a pickle, but oh well. If it was a game that I've already had, then maybe I'd be screwing over it and be moaning and getting my money back. But yeah, good shit. But yeah, that brings me on to these protector cases. A while ago, the seller muddled me up and he sold my item because I didn't pay soon enough. And he said, oh, we're so sorry that he's found some, apparently. The guy said, oh, we found some just knocking around. But really, they were mine. And he said he'll sell them to me cheap. He goes, I will reduce it. And he let me have them for £7.50. But this was outside of eBay. He sent me an invoice through PayPal, a request for £7.50, and I accepted it. And I also got them Saturday morning, and I thought, oh, quality! I can actually put all my N64 games in there because they're waiting. They've been waiting for a protector cases for ages. So I don't like handling them, like making them more damage, because I'm a bit of a hardcore nut when it comes to condition, and they're not very good. I wouldn't recommend it if you're like an N64 collector and you want the minty mint stuff, the 10 out of 10, and you want to keep it pristine. I wouldn't recommend these. They're when you close it, it looks like it's scraping on the box, like you're going to do more damage before you've even put the thing in. like on the clips where the little flappy bits, you slide them in, and it sounds like it's scraping against the cardboard box, but I don't know if it is. And they're a nightmare to clip them in. You got to get them in at the right angle. And how I found out about these was a YouTuber, SNEStastic. He was sent a sample one, and he was recommending them, saying, "Oh, they're really good for N64 and Mega Drive and whatnot." Nah, I don't think so. I wouldn't recommend it. If you've got N64 or SNES and your box is in average condition, like it's got dinks in the corner and it's got creases here and there, then yeah, I'd recommend it. But if your N64 box is 10 out of 10, spotless, I wouldn't do it. I wouldn't risk it, because you're likely going to damage it, and you'll kick yourself over it. So yeah, but there is ones on eBay that are £10 each for one, and I need to get one of those, because Zelda, the Majora's Mask, the box is a bit thicker than your average N64 box, and it doesn't fit in these. I tried it, and if I forced it, it would the bit along there, it would have scraped the whole lot off, and it would have been, I'd have been fucking going around the guy's house who sold me these and make him pay for it, because he's recommended them and they're saying they're a snug fit, and he said to me these fit N64 and SNES, but it doesn't say any description. Oh, Zelda, Majora's Mask, and some don't fit, because some of the N64 boxes are thicker. Because look, I've got my Zelda, and it fits snug, but Majora's Mask doesn't fit. I'm telling you, I wouldn't recommend these. These aren't very good. So yeah, as I'm at it, I can show you my N64 stuff, the ones that are in cases. So there's the Zelda, and we got Diddy Kong Racing, and we got Donkey Kong 64. This was one of my first N64 games to buy, and I got this one at the start of the year. We got Banjo-Tooie. We've got Kirby 64. These are all high-end N64 games. Like if I sold all these as a bulk on eBay, because I did get them individually, like over a course of time. If I put them all as a bulk, N64 collectors would go nuts for them. They'll go nuts, because they're all in above average. I wouldn't say 10 out of 10, but they're well above average. Definitely a 7 or 8 or 9. Definitely. And there's Mario 64. You've got Mario Kart 64. But these cases are okay. It saves them handling them, like getting sticky fingers on them or crushing them. They do keep their shape, but I wouldn't recommend them. They're really cheaply made. There's Banjo-Kazooie. And lastly, the ultimate Zelda, A Link to the Past. And this one I paid a lot of money for, so I want it perfect, because this one is it's still sealed at one end. Still got the Nintendo seal. So yeah, that's all my N64 stuff, because I do want to get into N64 as a collection, as a full set. So what I'm doing is I'm picking off the ones I like first. I'm getting all my favourites out of the way before I can start hunting down the randoms, like the ones I've never heard of or never tried before. I'm getting the ones that I know that I like. So yeah, that's that. And the region lock thing that I mentioned. Does anybody know how to make a Wii console region free, so I can play American or Japanese titles on there? Because Kirby has brought out a 20th anniversary collection, but they've released it in America and Japan only. and us Europeans haven't got it. So it's a bit of a rip-off, really. They've sold England Kirby 1 for the Game Boy, Kirby N64, Kirby for the SNES. They've sold us Kirby on the Wii, Kirby on the Game Boy Advances, but the 20th anniversary, Nintendo have decided, oh no, European, you can't have that one, but they can sell us everything else. So why is that? Why are we getting cut short from it? I mean, the Kirby fans in Europe are probably a bit upset. I mean, I wanted to get it. I thought, why don't they just make everything region free? So if I like something that's popular in Japan, I can just get it and it'll work. I can order it from Japan and then it'll just come over and work on my console. I don't get all this region locking stuff. And if they thought, oh okay, the game might not, they don't think it would be a big seller in Europe, they could have at least made it in smaller quantities, like made a batch of like a couple thousand or 1,000 just to test if it sells, and if they sell they make more. But no, they're a bit dodgy, Nintendo. So yeah, if worse comes to worse, I'm going to have to get a Japanese Wii or American Wii console and do it that way, because there are a few other Japanese Wii games I've got. Puyo Puyo for the Wii, and that's Japanese from when I was living in Japan for about 6 months, and that's in 2008. And I had a Wii, and I had Puyo Puyo, and I bring it back with me, and it doesn't work on PAL systems. And I've got a Japanese Mario Galaxy, and that doesn't work. So yeah, worst comes to worst, I'll have to get a Japanese Wii. So yeah, that's it for today. Thanks for watching. Peace.